Yeah, hi there. These comments are for MA, and I am Michael, the founder owner and the materials writer for all of your lessons at the 7-step system to pass a TOEFL IBT. You completed my pronunciation post test, and I'm going to go ahead and download it and listen to it right now. Okay, here we go.
When two people are talking to each other.
Okay, here we go. So now let me go to, and let me make sure I can bring up both of them right now so I can see both screens at the same time. Okay, so here we go.
They tend to stand a specific distance apart.
Nice.
Each person has an invisible boundary around his...
In that case, I'd probably say each person has an invisible boundary. So you take the S and you link it to the next sound. That's called blending. So each person has an invisible boundary.
Or her body, into which other people may not come. If someone presses this boundary, she or he will feel uncomfortable and move away to increase the distance between them.
You want to say, and move away, not move away, but and move away to increase the distance between them. Again, blending.
The major exception is family member and other...
Don't forget the S there, is family members and other loved ones.
Loved ones. This personal distance is not due to a body odor or bad breath, but because closeness lends a sense of
lends a sense of intimacy
that is at odds with the relationship to the other individual.
Okay, so based on the paragraph reading, I think your main area that you can improve on is thought groups and blending, but especially blending. You're pretty good at your pausing and most of the pronunciation of the words in there, but you can work more on your blending. So if you go to pronunciation lessons 41 through 44, I think it's like 43 and 44, both of which talk about blending.
Sarah is my best friend since I was a child because we have a lot of...
No, Sarah has been my best friend since I was a child. So when you're using since, you want to use present perfect in there. So, do you listen to that?
Sarah is my best friend.
You said Sarah is my best friend since I was a child. Wouldn't say that. So when you're using since, you want to use the present perfect.
Since I was a child, because we have a lot of things in common. We are cousins and we are both 27 years old.
Okay.
5 years later, I hope I'll be a good mother, a businesswoman, and a Master of Business Administration graduate.
Nice.
Because these are my current objectives. Every season has its own beauty. However, I like winter because I like the cold weather, skiing, and the winter fashion trend.
Okay. Yeah, there's always nice clothes that come out in the wintertime, right? Okay, so now let's take a look at your response. Now, first of all, I'm looking at the intelligibility and speaking diagnostic pretest scale. So overall, I think I can understand pretty much all of what you're saying. You notice when you're speaking generally, except for the one example where you use the simple present, when I think you should have used the present perfect, for the most part, you have pretty good control of your grammar and your vocabulary. You speak very clearly. My main suggestion was blending. I think that's one thing that you can work on to get better. But still, I think you're in very good shape here. So I'm going to put you at high intermediate in your speaking and pronunciation of American English. So that's going to give you a score of 4.1 out of 7 on my intelligibility scale. Now, for the purposes of our class, if you go to the syllabus and you take a look at the pronunciation final exam on page 3, 4.1 is going to put you at 93% on this assignment. Alrighty.